Hello Pisces, welcome to your February reading. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you this month. Now, as always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. For those of you who have watched me before, I'm doing things a little differently. I have already pulled out 3 Astro Star Code Oracles just to get an overview of what we have going for you. And then we will look at your general energy, love and career with some tarot. All right, we have Mercury. That's ironic. We have Pallas Athena and we have opposition. The first thing that popped into my head is Battle of the Minds or Battle of Wits. Okay. Mercury being in retrograde right now, at least while I'm recording, and it's still going to be in shadow till mid-Feb. Retrograde, especially Mercury, talks about miscommunication, it talks about delays, it talks about arguments, conflict, and things just going awry. Okay, if you can even see, even though it's a card of communication and messages, the snakes are like at it. It's like they're having the craziest argument ever. But with Pallas Athena, which is a card of wit, it's a card of cerebral power, it's a card of just being very smart and intelligent and using your words wisely. But I feel like in this case, you may be feeling like you're using your words wisely, and so is the person who you are speaking with, but it's just leading to confrontation because of the retrograde. You know what I mean? It's very, very clear in the cards. So there may have been some kind of argument that has come about that has you reeling at this time. We will see. It's clear as day. Can't make this up. Let's see how this is relating. Where is this? Whoa. Wow. These cards are ridiculous sometimes. We have new moon in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It's a sign of communication. Think it through. And we have, oh my God, the 2 signs ruled by Mercury are here, Virgo and Gemini. These are the only 2 signs that Mercury rules. Assess the situation. There's some kind of conflict that you are dealing with, and I feel like it's heavy on your mind. You're like, it's bothering you. It's not just something that happened in passing. Let's see. It could also be an argument from the past, because we know retrogrades bring up past people and situations. So you may be getting a sense of deja vu, like you've been through something like this before. We have the 7 of Cups, we have the 8 of Cups, and we have Temperance. Temperance has been coming up a lot. I don't know what this is regarding, Pisces, but with the 7 of Cups, this is that confusion, and this being in the heart of your reading, this is that confusion that has probably come about with the misconstrued messages, with the argument or the confrontation that came about. It's almost like, so you know what Mercury retrograde does? It's like whatever you thought was correct, it's like you're speaking your truth when you're speaking it, right? But once you come back to that conversation, let's say it's a chat, of text messages, you feel like you said everything correctly, but once you come back to it after Mercury turns direct, it's almost like a veil lifts and you're like, wait, did I just say that? Why would I say that? You know what I mean? So at least right now, if you're watching this before the 14th of February and Mercury is still in its shadow period, I feel like you're in that state of confusion, but you will get out of it. I promise you that. And I see you moving towards not calmer waters. I mean, we don't have the Six of Swords here, but it's like you're walking away from that confusion. You're thinking it through. I think a part of you, maybe this video is helping you realize that you need to just walk away right now and not indulge in more arguments and assess the situation, which could very likely just mean that you're realizing you're in Mercury retrograde. And considering it happens 3 to 4 times a year, people take it very lightly. I can't even tell you how many of my travel plans have been cancelled during Mercury retrograde and how many conversations have gone awry. No joke. So it's real. So, and I do feel with the Temperance card that you are trying to assess, well, the situation. You're trying to stay balanced, you're trying to stay calm, and you're not letting this opposition kind of get out of hand. You're just keeping your cool. Let's see if this is related to work or love. We will see. We have last moon in Sagittarius. Practice gratitude. Nice. Let's get your tarot out. We have the Magician. Very nice, and I like how it's right next to practice gratitude. But we do have the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Gosh, what is bothering you so much, Pisces? Okay, you're in your head about something and you are letting go of your power in the process of this. I'm sorry if you can hear a car alarm. It's right outside my window. There's nothing I can do about it. What's at the bottom of the deck? The High Priestess. Something is hidden. Something is unclear to you. And I think the retrograde could have something to do with that. Something is fuzzy and it's putting you in your head. There is lack of clarity. You know what it is that you want. You know what it is that, your goal, and you have the resources to achieve it. But it's almost like your mind is stopping you. Pallas Athena, think. You have a lot of mental cards here. With Pallas Athena, assess the situation, think it through. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords. There's a lot of mental anguish and anxiety here. You are overusing your brain. No joke, Pisces. Listen, you're a mutable water sign. Alright? I don't care what your rising is. I don't care what your moon is. Or what your sun is. As long as you have Pisces in one of your top 3 placements, you're a Pisces. Right? So hold on to that energy of water, that Neptunian energy that you're born with. It's one of the most beautiful energies in the world. Being mutable, you take on the shape of any container that you're put in, being a water sign. Okay? Once you get too heavy into your head, you can overthink. Reason being, your emotions are very strong. And one thing about Pisces, I need to remind you, is that sometimes you take on, because you're an empath, you take on other people's feelings. You're like a sponge. Okay, I'm a Pisces moon. I know what I'm talking about. And I'm a Cancer sun. So that's double empathy right here. But you need to distinguish between which emotions and feelings are your own and which ones are those of other people. Okay, because sometimes they can feel like they're yours. And especially if there's an opposition happening, especially if you're in an argumentative or combative state with somebody, you very well can take on that energy. And I think it's putting you in your head. I may have been downplaying Mercury retrograde and miscommunication. It looks like something major happened here with someone in your work environment, and it's just like it's giving you a lot of anxiety. It's giving you a sense of guilt even. So whatever it is, I feel like now is not the perfect time to address the situation. I do feel that with the High Priestess, you are in your power. This is your card. It represents you in the tarot. And with the Magician card, again, you are powerful enough to get out of this, to get your mind out of this. Pisces, you are the creator of your own reality, okay? And Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, these are all minor arcana, okay? You're walking away very, very successfully. Just make sure that this anxiety doesn't pull you back in. Be grateful for what you have and you will attract more of it, Okay, I know I turned this into like a general reading, even though it was meant for career, but I don't know exactly what transpired between you and a colleague or a boss or someone or a partner. I don't know. But get out of your head. And I say this to you a lot, Pisces. And every single time I feel like titling your reading, get out of your head. But I feel like none of you are going to watch it. So I've stopped writing it. But there you go. Let's get to love. Let's see what you are dealing with here. Jupiter has entered your sign. Things are gonna get better, I promise you. Go for it. New moon in Aries. Nice. I like this. What is it that you are wanting to go for? Let's see. We have the moon, your card again. Two of Pentacles. We have two. Ace of Pentacles, nice. And the Five of Cups. I swear, for Pisces and Cancer readings, the Five of Cups or the Four of Cups or something like that always shows up. Always. Okay. Again, things are unclear here. There is a bit of sadness here, and that very well could again be because of Venus retrograde. How fantastic is that? I promise you, February mid onwards up till even April, we're in the clear. There are no retrogrades happening. There are no crazy oppositions or conjunctions. Things are going to be smoother in the sky and as a result in our lives. So just get through till mid-Feb and things will be better. What I do see here is that you are wanting this new beginning with somebody, and it needs to be stable. It doesn't need to just be laced with love and passion. It needs to lead to something. It needs to be grounded in reality. I feel that it is coming about for you. Things may not be very, very clear right now because I do feel like like I said, with Venus retrograde, things could be a little fuzzy. You may not have all the answers. You may not have all this information about whoever this is coming about for you, whether this is someone from the past returning thanks to the retrogrades or it's somebody new. I do see, again, you kind of in your head about it. And what is so interesting is you have go for it, but you're here. You're like, should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? You know what I mean? Your moonology is literally screaming at you to go for it. There is some kind of loss that is stopping you. Whether this is a loss that you dealt with in the past with the Five of Cups, or it is you being in that mentality of, oh, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to have a happy relationship ever. You know, it's like almost throwing yourself a little pity party, Pisces. I am calling you out, yes. Sometimes things don't need to be clear. Sometimes things progress with time. Things open up. People open up with time. Don't be in this Two of Pentacles energy of should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I. Go for it. Go for it. What's the worst that can happen? Don't be vulnerable and don't put your heart on your sleeve. Don't wear your heart on your sleeve. But just be a little open. See what comes about. There is someone coming in with a beautiful offer for you. Just let go of the past. Whatever pain this is that you've dealt with, it's not going to serve you now. It's the past. It's gone. There's nothing you can do to change it. And it's almost like I'm getting the feeling that you're almost carbon copying that feeling into your current relationship or your current situation. It's like you're almost telling yourself, oh, it's just going to happen again. It won't. Not if you tell yourself that it won't. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be confident about that. You have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. There's something lovely coming in. And I feel like it's coming in because you're finally feeling yourself. You're finally feeling like the Empress that you are. And this is not a gender-specific reading. A man can be an Empress as well. It's the energy of abundance. It's an energy of growth. An energy of your solar plexus gleaming and you just being very, very confident about yourself. Get rid of this Five of Cups and the moon energy of this uncertainty and insecurity. It's not going to serve you. Whoever or whatever is coming in for you, Pisces, go for it. Cards are screaming at you to do it. Okay? And whatever this opposition is, whatever this fuzziness is, it will pass. It will. Just give it a little bit of time. Mercury retrogrades can be brutal, and especially when it's accompanied with a Venus retrograde. So hang in there. Enjoy all of February, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.